Hey everyone, how are you? Whoa, it's Vanessa, and I'm really excited to be connecting with you today. We're going to be talking about intuition. We're going to be exploring the ways in which you receive information, and then I'm going to be opening up to Q&A. So if any of you have been wanting to delve into or explore some issue or some question about your business, about your life, I'm definitely open. So, hey, I see people coming on board. Hey, Kristen, how are you? Great to see you. Awesome. Thank you so much for coming on board. So, hey, Rosa, how are you, love? Yay. So, what are we talking about today? We're going to talk about intuition, how it serves you in your health and your life and in your business. And then, after about, I don't know, 5 minutes of chat, I'm going to take questions. Hey, girl. So, if you have some questions, you can start typing them in. So, when it's time for questions, I can look down and I can answer some. Hey, Monica, how are you, love? Great to see you. So, why intuition and why now? When I first was told by my guides to step into the world and start talking about intuition, right? Because I've done most of my work behind the scenes. Most of my work, which started at 16, at 22, professionally at 22, was done on the down low, was done kind of behind the scenes, and just privately part time. As the years went on, I kept hearing the messages. The world is changing. The world is changing. The healers need to step up. And I mean, this was 20 years ago I was getting these messages. And then in 2012, I was basically told, hey, Ashley, I was basically told, get your booty out there and do what you need to do. And how was I told? I was told because I went through a car accident where I was guided by my inner guidance what to do exactly, and also to ask my parents to put on their seatbelts. My dad had it on, my mom did not. So when we started tumbling down the hill, we did not die, thankfully. So all of these things, as you can tell, I cultivated over a lifetime. So one of the things I want to share with you is to be patient with yourself. A lot of the things that you want to birth into in the next coming months, in the next coming years, a lot of the things that you are wanting to focus your life into, meaning creating your business or writing a book or creating a creative project, has already been in the works for most of your life. Hey, Tracy. Perfect person for this. Also, what I'm saying, which is you've been already working on what you're birthing. You've already been creating it. You've actually been working on your soul purpose your whole life, whether you know it or not. A lot of us confuse and think that soul purpose, hey, Justine, that soul purpose is all about, the title on our, hey, girl, so much love. That soul purpose is the title on our business card. It is not. Our soul purpose is so much bigger, so much grander than that. And so when I was guided to step forward and talk about intuition more and bring it into visibility and work with people, it was because the world was going to need it more. Little did I know in 2012, because I was one of those spiritual folks that really believed that the world was getting better. Hey, Marcy. That really believed that everything was clearing up, that we were healing the planet. That's where my energy was. Little did I know that when my guides were telling me that we as a planet needed to connect to our intuition and our soul, was that we'd come to this reality now in 2017. So the words that I was sharing, hi, Monica. Hey, Marcy, all the words that I was sharing at the time, I didn't know the impact. And so if you feel into your own heart right now, if you look around into the world, there's so much doubt, there's so many false prophets, there's so much confusion going on. So how are you going to get your guidance? How are you going to connect to the truth? Getting past our ego, getting past our fear, and connecting to our intuition. From a spiritual point of view, I believe that we're all sparks of the divine. I know it. I know it in my heart and in my soul. I've seen it. I've seen it. I've witnessed it. I've had the pleasure of working with thousands and hundreds of, thousands on sessions and hundreds of students. So I know that each of us has an incredible spark of the divine that can never be duplicated or replicated. And so we are unique and yet we're one. I also know that from the, atheist point of view or the intellectual, moving away from the spiritual point of view, that we're made of energy. We're made of energy, and so therefore we are always picking up energy, sending energy. The fact, though, is that most of us do not know how to understand the way we're wired to receive information, and we confuse it all the time. And we go crazy. Hi, Sergio. We go crazy we get bogged down, we get over emotional because we think, let's say we walk into a room and we see a handsome guy or a beautiful woman across the room, and we're like, oh, I have a past life connection. They're meant to be my person. Oh, my guides are telling me. And the truth is, maybe you're being guided to maybe have a karmic healing, maybe to reconnect briefly and say, wow, I know you in my heart, and then to move on. So there's a lot of miscommunication and misunderstanding and false expectations around what your intuition can and cannot do for you. Well, how do we learn to develop this? One of the things that I always tell everyone is to track your intuition, right? Because some of us, we talk about our gut feeling a lot in the world. I have a gut feeling. I had a gut feeling. I don't have gut feelings. Okay, I don't have any feeling in my belly, okay? And thankfully, not even indigestion. So I don't get gut feelings. What I get is I hear, hey, Jay, how are you, love? I hear, I see, I feel, and mostly I know, which can drive a person mad a little bit because you just know without knowing how you know. So how do we fine-tune this system? How do we connect ourselves past the fear, past the ego, past the expectations? I've heard so many people say, my intuition let me down. My intuition let me down. I thought I was supposed to be married to this person for my whole life. Or I was meant to be a doctor, and now, I lost my surgeon hand in an accident. The thing is this, your human self layered on that extra expectation. When we connect to our intuition, when we connect to a feeling, to a knowing, we've got to go even deeper. We've got to go even deeper past that human desire, right? And one of the ways that you can do that is by going past the desire for the outcome. How do we do that? Let's say, I remember I was dating my partner, we had a miscommunication, and I remember railing at my guides going, hey, I've been asking for my husband for like years already. What's going on? And my guides very quietly said, we didn't say that he was not. We did not say he is not your life partner. So in a way, it's like we have to stop a little bit of this addiction that we have to knowing the outcomes. We have to stop. We have to stop knowing the outcomes of certain things because certain things are open-ended. So when you get an intuition, don't automatically think. Some people that I know have said, hey, I looked across the room, I knew I was going to marry her or him, and boom, that happened, right? So that's a very clear, because they weren't attached to it. They didn't know the person. So watch out for that attachment to the outcome, okay? Another way that you can do it is, I did this when I was starting out in my 20s, is I had my cute little intuition journals, and I would sit down and ask myself, go into meditation, what do I need to know today? And from there, I would jot down whatever I got. And be patient. Sometimes you're going to get relaxed. And you're going to be like, really? I try to connect with my soul, and this is what I get, relax. But really feel into that. If you don't relax, you can't open up to the connection. If you don't relax, you can't open up to the truth. So I've been teaching people now for years. And teaching people especially through an 8-week intuition boot camp that I do, which really helps you delve in and explore more of your abilities. So that's one of the ways. Tracking it, going beyond your attachment and your expectation. A third way is, fear. Fear is like full body feeling for most people. Fear can be mental for some people, but fear is this like nagging thing, like you're going to end, that there's going to be a demise. What if, it's this thing that takes you over, that does not allow you to think or feel clearly. Intuition does not do that. And trust me, I've been in really harrowing situations. Thank you, Monica. I've been in harrowing situations. I've been in situations, in a car accident, attacked on a date, practically, I don't even know, attacked on the street with a knife. I've gone through some situations in life, breakups, heartaches, and also hearing, death of loved ones, illnesses of loved ones. I can tell you that when intuition comes in from experience of myself and experience working with my students and my clients, when it's going to tell you something that we would deem as negative, you're not usually freaking out. So it's a huge clue. If you get something where you're like, it's usually not true. You're usually going to get it because your soul, your higher self, your angels aren't freaking out. Even when I was in the car a few minutes before the accident, my guides were like, hey, move your legs so you don't break your back when something bad happens. But they didn't tell me what was going to happen. So I moved my legs. Hey, take off the bracelet so you don't hurt your wrist. I took off the thick bracelet that I had on. I did not hurt my wrist. Hey, remind your parents to wear their seatbelt. I did it. But it was all like, hey, just conversational. I didn't know. Had they told me, hey, you're about to have an accident, roll down a hill, hold on, honey, very freaked out, I would have gotten freaked out. So, no, and it's not just particular to me. When our intuition, when our soul is speaking to us, it's very peaceful, it's very calm. I was in a situation, I was expecting payment from someone, and I was wondering, will they be on time? Will it be late? Will it happen? And I connected to my higher self, and it's like, oh, it's going to be 3 days late, but it's going to be all good. It's all good. There's no malice. Everything's cool. I was like, all right, I'm going to release stress over it. And of course, it happened 3 days late. So there you go. These are just some tips that you can use. Hey, Deborah, so great to see you. These are just some tips, right? So track your intuition. Release attachment. Notice when there's attachment or expectation around what you're getting. Notice how you receive the information. Some of us receive it through feeling. Some of us get a gut feeling. Some of us get a thought, a knowing. Some of us get words. Some of us walk outside and start hearing all the same song over and over again wherever we may go. And so these are ways that your soul is communicating with you. We also get sensations. We also get a knowing of where to go and what to do or how to do it. So start tracking all that and notice the symptoms of your intuition in your body, right? So like I know when I used to read tarot cards, if I got a tarot card that was a sun card that said yes, and then I got a chill on my left arm, yes, my left arm going up, right? And then I got like a tap on the back of the head. That was like, yes, this is happening, girlfriend, right? So I'd be able to say to the person when I was reading them, like, girl, you got the sun card. I got a tap on the head. I got the thing on the arm. This is happening. And then they would call me. They'd be like, oh, yeah, I got the promotion. I had the baby girl, whatever it is that it was. So start to track it. Just because it's natural, many of us can walk, right? If we can walk, we're not necessarily all ready to go do, a walking marathon or to do, I don't know, to walk cross country or to do something like that or to walk on a special pilgrimage, right? But if we practice and we practice and we practice, suddenly our muscles get stronger. We know what our body needs and what it wants. And so when we decide to make the pilgrimage, when we decide to do the long haul walk, we can tap into it. So as I was saying, it's so super important. Yes, truth. It is truth, Jay. Thank you. So it's so super important right now because, and I would say, get on Facebook, do what you have to do on Facebook and on social media, and then hop out. Spend some time in solitude with your own intuition, with yourself. Because if you're an empath, and a lot of us are, an empath is an intuitive, an emotional intuitive. We're picking up emotions even through Facebook. We're picking up emotions of people who are afraid, who are scared, and we are. It's a tumultuous time. It's a time where we're like, oh, I don't know what's happening, and it's also a time that's asking us to step up. Right? Not only step up in our beliefs, not only step up in actions, because a lot of us have stepped up in word, right? But we haven't stepped up often in voting and marching and protesting or not doing that, writing letters or in inspiring and supporting others who are, etc. So we're being asked to step up. There's a ton of misinformation. Your intuition right now is the most important guiding light that you can connect to. Yes, you do. And partying and fun and dancing and all that is really good. Makes us feel good to balance out what we're dealing with and to balance out the stress of life because we've got so much on us most of the time. But we do need that alone time. I can tell you, I love being around my partner and around friends, but when I have my alone time, as I always say, I need alone time because I need to listen to myself. And not only do I listen to myself, I'm listening to my guides. Everything I've ever created in my business and my work would not have come to fruition had I not had time to listen to myself. And that's why I understood that I had lived alone most of my life, And so now I'm living with somebody, but I have my alone time, so we absolutely need it. So I definitely want to open up for questions that anybody has. I'm going to look back because I'd asked you to post some questions. Thank you for staying so far. And just remember, our intuition right now is one of the most important things that we can connect to. So watch out for over-attachment expectation. Learn to track your intuition. Learn to understand how it works for you, right? And also ask yourself, what is the lesson? Our intuition can guide us into so many things. I was told that I had hypothyroidism last year, around May. And I sobbed and I was so upset, but I knew that there was something wrong. I wasn't feeling well. I was exhausted. I was pushing through. And I'm not really a push through person. I'm really a flow through person. I flow a lot, though. I can do a lot at the same time, and just, I think that way. That's who I am. But I was really suffering. And in the last, I guess, I don't even know, 10 months, I was guided by my intuition to release certain things that were draining my energy. Because a lot of us believe in energy, right? We believe in energy, and we read about it, and we say it's cool. We talk about it almost from an outside perspective, or we talk about it from like, yeah, I picked up too much energy. What are we doing about it? In order to really fully understand energy healing, in order to fully understand our intuition, we also have to live it. So we don't get to be a spectator in energy and in healing and intuition. We have to embody it and honor what's happening inside of us. So I was guided to remove things from my life and organizations and people. And last week, I just got in-depth thyroid tests back that I'm healed. And it's not slightly healed. It's basically in the middle spectrum of the thyroid, normal rate. So I knew that I was healing because I was feeling it. So our intuition can even guide us to make shifts internally in our energy field and our decision making, how we choose to live, so we can heal. Okay? So that's how important it is. So let me check to see if there are any questions. Ashley, I'm currently in a life, and more specifically, a career shift. Can you please tell me where this is going? Will it be? And will it be a good move financially in the coming months? Thanks, lovely. Okay, so I'm just going to open the records for a moment. And the records are the Library of the Soul, and so just allowing our eyes to gently close. I'm going to open the records for the group, taking in a deep breath. I begin the session. I open the records for this group, and I ask that Great Creator, Akashic Record Keepers, and guides show up. They're telling me that it's overdue. Ashley, they're telling me that it's overdue. They're telling me that you wanted this or felt this call within you. They're saying that it might be a little unsteady, a little uneven, but this is part of the journey that you're on. You really need to, move into faith over fear, but not a blind faith, they're saying. Not a faith where you don't take action and you're like, everything will work out. No, it's very like a very practical faith as well. It's like taking the actions that you need to take and then staying open and receiving and knowing that you're being guided, because they're saying this was overdue. They're saying that you've wanted this. They're saying it's been calling to you. It's happening now. There might be a lag, so there might be a financial lag. I don't know if it's 3 weeks or 3 months. That doesn't mean you won't have anything. They're saying money is still flowing. I see money still flowing. You're going to step into the financial abundance that you're truly wanting more towards the end of the year, they're saying, and into next year. So I hope that this makes sense. I hope that this supports you. Thank you, Ashley. Okay, let's see what else is happening. Okay, we've got Ashley. Monica, I know we have talked so much about this already, but I need a clear message about my ex. Whatever I need to know right now, is it still driving me a little cray? Okay. They're saying that there's still a wound that has to go, that's past your child. Past your, not your child, past your ex. It's past your ex. The wound that you're really kind of going crazy about is really not him. That the wound just has his face now. So they're saying that if you don't work on this even deeper, if you don't heal this, there will be another face to it in the future. Right? So this is a recurring pattern, they're saying, underneath the surface. It's a recurring energetic pattern, and that currently it just has your ex's face on it. So what they want you to know is that this, sometimes we believe that if we keep thinking about someone, that it means we're meant to be together, right? Or if we keep thinking about it, we're like, well, it must mean something. It could also mean that we're unhealed in another area. It could also mean that they're thinking about us, and we do have a connection with them. So what they're saying is you really need to go deeper and heal, because it temporarily has his face. And so you're able to focus your pain and your, going crazy over it, and your angst and your anxiety, or whatever it may be, with his face, but it really is something that is much deeper. And it's not even a past life related situation, it's a present life situation. It's about you not having to fight or struggle for the love that you deserve. It's about, always being like in a supplicant position, or in a position where you have to leave because you're not getting what you want. So it's these energies that are still going on within you. I hope that that supports you. And they're saying too that you need to put these energies into other things that you're wanting to build. Because what will happen if there's no healing here, you're going to repeat this again. Okay, I'm sorry. So there's nothing specifically about him, but it's more that he is the face that your wound is wearing at this time. Okay, but there's something deeper, and you need to really unlock it, because it's also the key for your work. It's also the key for your business. You're meant to go even deeper than what you're going and have fun at the same time. So check into that. Sending you so much love. Yay. Who else? Jay, I'm okay. I've been doing some card reading lately. Still in a little funk, though. Jay, you need to do some clearing. I don't know if you're asking or you're just telling me, but you need to do a little bit of clearing. You are an emotional intuitive. I'm also getting you're a spiritual intuitive. So you can bliss out pretty easily and receive guidance, but you need to do some clearing, however that looks for you, whether it's sage, whether it's deep breathing, whether it's being in communion with your spirit guides. They're almost telling me, like, take a walk, go to a tree, chill out, or just breathe in the air and just breathe out what you don't need and what you don't want. You're carrying other people's pain. They're saying it feels like, I don't know if it's family, mother, grandmother, I don't know what it is, but there's feminine weight on you. There's a feminine energy that's still weighing on you, not on purpose, but it's just what you've picked up on. I hope that supports you, and I think it's great that you're doing card reading, because I think you're very, very intuitive. It was great to meet you. Hope that helps. All right. Let's see what else we've got. Yay, I'm going down. Jackie, yeah, use your alone time better. Use it, girl, because you're a muse. When I met you, that's one of your gifts. Oh, thank you, Monica. Okay, why do I keep having nightmares of spirits attacking me? Oh, I went through that too. So, as I said before, you need a clearing. You can do this yourself. You need a clearing, Jay. And you also, I think, need to dive deeper into your intuitive knowing and your intuitive practice, because you need to refine it. Right now, we need all the tools we've ever studied. We need all the tools we've ever tripped over. We need all the tools that we've ever imagined at this time. I've upped my clearing. I've upped my meditating because I need it. There's so much going on. So you need to do it because there's just a lot of spirits hopping around. What I'm getting to, though, is that it's happening on purpose. It's happening on purpose. It's not to take control of you. It's not to possess you. None of that. It is happening on a deeper level ultimately, so you can take control of this and become more of a master of your intuition. It's not enough. It's almost like you see things and you know things from a distance or behind the scenes. Your guides are whispering to me that they want you to be more engaged with life, not to be afraid of it. And you probably wouldn't say it that way, but there are just some things that happen early on in life that you kind of pulled away a little bit. You like being in spirit form more. So when you go to sleep, you go to spirit form because it's much more comfortable. And so you're getting, attacked or kicked, or things are being like, because you're going into the auric energy that's right out of your body, which it's a lower energy field. You're not going straight up into the high vibe, right? So you need to master that more. That's what they're saying. And that's what's happening. So it's not anything bad. Nothing's going to take you over. But it's more like you need to step into. And how do we step into our courage, right? How do we step into our mastery? By having challenges. By having things that push us forward and teach us to overcome. So this is teaching you to overcome, figure it out, and become, the Jedi Knight that you are. Justine. Hey, Justine, yes, I'm so happy too. Woo! So happy. And just focusing on keeping it that way. Hey, Suze. Hey, Sharona. Oh, Kelly Ann. Any ideas why my car broke down suddenly and beyond repair? Okay. Well, this is really interesting. The guides are saying that you've learned how to live within your means and maybe a little past them, but you've learned how to pare down your life and to keep it simple, and this has made you really happy, Kellyanne, for a time. It's helped you refine what is important, define your priorities, and focus your energies where you want to focus them rather than scattering them everywhere where they're saying that at some point you were. The car thing is now inviting you into refining and up-leveling your modes of existence on the planet. That's interesting, right? I never got that before. So essentially what I'm receiving is that you're invited to go beyond, you've lived within this like energetic support bubble of that you've created. It's asking you to go to expand further. You've stayed like this so you can become healthy, you can help others, but now they're saying you need to go bigger. And part of that is that the car, at least, was still part of the old energy. It's part of the old energy. And it also helped you shift a lot of things, and it carried a lot of stuff energetically. And they're saying, so it's for you to up level, basically. So we'll see how that turns out, right? Up level and bringing in more clients and charging more and teaching courses and doing other things that maybe you haven't fully stepped into as much as you could because you wanted to keep life simple to some degree. So I hope that supports you. Do you have a list for questions? No. Yeah, I'm just going down. Angela Montanes. Let's see. Yeah, thank you, Angie. Let's keep going down. Hey, Nicole. Okay, so I'm going to, if somebody could do me the favor and write on the bottom that we're done. So whoever hasn't asked questions, if somebody could do me that favor, I know, Kristen, if you're still on, somebody could write down, done with questions, and I'm going to keep going with the ones that we have. I'm going through this Kundalini awakening. I'm so tired of these symptoms. Feel like I'm getting past it. Haven't gone anywhere in weeks. Anxious to start moving again and living. Needing clarity. Needing clarity. Okay, I can't read the rest. Okay, so what they're telling me, they're showing me a lot of toxins. They're showing me a lot of stuff going out of your body, a lot of your body, a lot of out of your body. Kundalini awakening, good. You need to close off some of there's some spaces open in your first, second, and third chakras. And that's why there's fear about getting moving again. So do some energy work, bring in some energy work, or do it yourself, or literally ask your guides to close off any energy centers that are still open, because when we do a lot of this work, sometimes all of the energy centers go poof, right, and we open, and if there are any little cracks or there's no little spaces and energy, then energy starts to leak out. So you're also leaking energy. You're not going through this shift just because you're doing your Kundalini awakening. There's also leaking. So dive in deeper into that. Ask your guides to seal it off and close it off. The guides are also saying that, don't be afraid. The fear makes it worse. To breathe into and have trust. It's not only something that's moving through you to cause you some exhaustion, right? And slowing down as the awakening happens. It's also something that's moving through you to support you in your life. So trust it as much as you trusted the symptoms that shown up. Trust that you will be carried for what is needed to do. And you need to say that to your guides and your soul. Hey, I'm still in 3D, people. Even though my soul is awakening in my body, I have to go to work and I have to do things and I have to step out into the world. You need to help me. And, for everybody listening, don't be afraid to talk to your soul that way and to your guides that way. Yes, have reverence. Yes, have love. But at the same time, sometimes we have to remind our spirit, our soul, that we are in a body, because we can be pushed to fly and do all these crazy things that are wonderful. But at the end of the day, we still need to sleep, we need to eat, and we need the energy to be able to get through the things that take care of the physical vehicle, right? So ask them for that, Angela. I hope that helped. Jackie, do my guides have any messages for me at this time? Thank you, and happy to hear you're healed. Thank you so much. Jackie, they're saying that you're doing well, okay. They're saying you're doing okay. You're going with the flow in many directions. You're bringing light to a lot of places where you go to, and you're giving support. I'm seeing like 3 people that you're giving a lot of support to and a lot of love to. They're saying, though, that this year, especially around spring and moving forward, you need to also think about what you want to give the world in a bigger way. There's something, that's been brewing inside of you. And it's something, you've already been working on, but you need to bring it out. It needs to be seen. So in a way, it's like trust that the people that you're supporting will have their own support system. Trust that they'll still get the help that they need to get. It's almost like they're saying, hand them over to God. Don't abandon them, but it's like allow your energy to come back to you so you can create more of what you need to do. Yay! Thank you, Monica. Love you too. Okay, Angie, yes. Been feeling very stuck these days. Is there any message for me in regards to this feeling very stuck? Well, you've been feeling very stuck because there are things that you know that you need to be doing, that your soul wants you to be doing, and you're not doing. So it's like there's a dam, imagine that there's a faucet and then you put a cork on it, right? There's like this pressure and this. And so what happens is in a human being, when there's a cork on a human being, is that we become overly sensitive. There are stages of it. I've been through it. I've been through Kundalini awakening. I've been through, not doing what I'm meant to do. You're doing some of it, but you're doing the stuff that's easier for you, Angie. The stuff that's easier for you is the studying. The stuff that's easier for you is the learning, the playing at it. You need to embody it, and the only way that we can embody it, love, is by stepping out and doing it. I know it's scary, but claiming your inner healer, claiming your intuitive publicly, it's something I had to do as well, and it got easier and easier. So you need to do it, and that's what's keeping you stuck. The other level of it is they're telling me that you're also very sensitive because you're picking up the energies of people around you. Make sure to do a clearing bath. Make sure to focus on your, psychic shield, to focus on something that will support you into the next level that you're about to step into. Okay, love? Thank you. Okay, thank you for everything these last few weeks. Am I leaving for home in a few hours? I'm leaving for home in a few hours. Any advice? I'm optimistic for lots of healing. Absolutely. Good luck. Congratulations that you're heading home. I'm so excited for you. I wish I was going to. What I'm getting for you is make sure you're in present time. Make sure you're in present time. A lot of people think that they need to heal by staying in the past for a long time. And it's enough to tap into it, like going back into the pain for a second, which is really not gone back because it's kind of bleeding into present. But once you say that you want to forgive it or you want to say you want to release it, you need to let it go and focus on being present. Because present is the point of greatest healing and greatest expansion and greatest intuition. We must be present. So they're out telling you to be present, to not force the healing. The healing's going to come from the living, meaning you going out and looking at things and breathing and just laughing, being playful, enjoying. I'm hearing music. I'm hearing positive things. So don't let the image, the expectation, the archetype of healing is somebody who's like staring off into the sunset, looking at, their past. No. Let it be you stepping into the present moment, laughing, enjoying, and living your life fully. I hope that helps, Nicole. I've been grieving a lot lately, feeling a lot of pain, and shedding tears. What do I need to know about moving? The things that are moving slowly was pretty intense, and what I would say is, sorry, I just got a call. What I would say is that the choppiness of the move, the choppiness of the things that are going smoothly, it's because of the energetics. You want to go, you don't want to go. You want to go, you don't want to go. Like there's some level. Your family too, or other people in your family group, they want it, they don't. They want it, they don't. They want it, they don't. So energetically, the way that it's manifesting is that it's turning into this like kind of a battle or a challenge. What they're telling you is to clear yourself also. Clearing is, a must for all of us. To spend some time clearing yourself, but also to spend some time giving thanks. You're allowed to mourn. Allison, you're allowed to mourn. You're allowed to feel what you feel, and you're allowed to let that go through you. So just be with that. So I have somebody at the door right now, so I'm coming back for you guys. If you could just wait a minute, I shall return. read me. Hey everyone, I'm back. So sorry about that, but had to let somebody into the house. So Z, can you close my door? Thanks. So for you, Deborah, what I'm seeing is that there are going to be some shifts because actually secretly you've been wanting them. So dealing with the unknown can be scary. And so you have to kind of go with the flow with this one. And remember to stay centered. Excuse me. Remember to stay centered. And remember that it is actually for your highest good, even if it doesn't feel that way. So it is actually unfolding for you now. Thank you so much, Angie. So we are done. Yay. Thank you so much, everyone, for staying on. And I'm reading from Kellyanne. Thank you, Vanessa. Yes, that totally resonates and confirms the push I've been receiving. It is exciting and having me go beyond in many ways. Much love. Well, thank you all so much. I'm going to try to do this every week, and I'm excited to continue this journey with you. If you've been questioning about your intuition, if you want to go deeper, my Intuition Bootcamp, which is an 8-week program, starts next week. And it's a wonderful program. I've been teaching it now for 6 seasons. This is my 7th season. And I adore it because it's a program that I wish was around when I was first learning. So if you're interested in it, it's www.intuitiveleverage.com. What we will be doing is you'll receive a module every Monday exploring your intuitive abilities, teaching you how to manage your energy healing, teaching you how to deal with all the energies that are going on right now, teaching you how to focus them, to develop your clairvoyance, your clairaudience, and to handle your empath abilities. What we will be doing also is every 2 weeks we'll have a live call, so it'll be an hour and a half, so we will get to read people, get to connect to our own intuition, to our own guidance, and learn to refine that. So by the time you leave after 8 weeks, you will not only have a cool group of awesome intuitive kindred spirits, but you'll also have greater confidence in your knowing, in your connection, in also the type of connection you have. And because of the 2 months that we work together, you will have tracked your intuition and be able to know when it's leading you the right way, or when it's your fear, or when it's your expectation. So if you want to check it out, check it out. It's starting next week. There is a payment plan, and I would love, 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 love to be guiding you guys. You're all so amazing. I'm sending you all so much love. Thank you for joining, and thank you for hanging in there when I had to run out. So much love.